On the vast expanse of the Great Plains of America in the Nebraska region of the state of Nebraska lived a tribe of Pawnee Indians, the Skidi Band. The people of this tribe still believe in a force that permeates the universe and call it Trawa. For easy communication with this power and deity, the tribe had its own medicine man. He acted as an intermediary between the people and the power of the universe. The Pawnee Indians believe that they were created by Trawa, but that there were people on earth before them. They say, the first people who lived on earth were very big Indians. They did not pray to Trawa, and they thought that they were very strong and that no one could defeat them. They were getting worse and worse. Finally Trawa became angry and raised the water above the ground, and these great men drowned. The great bones found on the prairie belonged to these people. In the home of every witch doctor, hanging on the west side, opposite the door, is a sacred Pawnee roll. In the deerskin lies sacred to the Pele men and the witch doctor, objects of power and ancestral heritage. No one knows where these leather pouches of items came from. They are very old. Their origins are lost in the haze of the distant past. An old herbalist told the following story. All the sacred pouches are from a far country in the southwest, where we came from a long time ago. They were handed down to the people before they set out on their journey. The skill of making bows, spears, spearheads and gathering power in a sacred pouch came to us through the power of Trawa. And one day the mystery of one of these pouches was revealed to us. In it, they found the only star map on the skin of an elk. The Skidi star chart is a sacred relic of the Pawnee tribe. The Pawnee believed that the Skidi star chart connected them to the universe. It was central to their culture and rituals. The map also played an important role in navigation and the telling of ancient legends. By studying the Skidi star chart, the Pawnee have preserved their rich history. This reflects both their knowledge of and reverence for the stars. The Skidi Pawnee, known for their star charts, also paid close attention to the moon. They believed that the moon had a sacred cycle that was closely tied to their daily lives and spiritual practices. In the Skidi Pawnee culture, the phases of the moon were crucial in determining the timing of important events. Each moon phase had specific meanings and rituals. They knew exactly when to plant and harvest their crops by focusing on the phases of the moon. This keen observation helped them prosper. Their respect for the moon was immense, demonstrating their deep connection to the cosmos. In the absence of writing, the lore of the stars was passed down from generation to generation through this map and oral tradition. It is a star chart with 24 stars and 15 constellations. Here is the first legend. The morning star, Mars, and the evening star, Venus, traveled across the sky among the stars until one day the morning star caught up with the evening star and made her his wife. But before she could win her, Morning Star had to overcome many obstacles and defeat star monsters. These monsters were bright stars called the beasts of the four sides of the world: black bear, mountain lion, wild cat, and wolf. The union of the morning and evening stars gave the world a girl who came to Earth with the help of a hurricane. By the way, The meeting of Venus and Mars occurs on average once every 2 or 3 years. And the union of the moon and the sun, when there is an eclipse, created a boy. That's how humans came to be on Earth. That's why they honor the stars and luminaries as their parents. With victory, Morning Star ordered the heavenly beasts to stand at the 4 corners and support the heavens. The black bear stood in the northeast, from where night was coming. His season was fall. Yellow Star, the mountain lion, was in the northwest, where the sun sets. His season was spring. White Star, the wildcat, was in the southwest, looking north toward the snow. Her season was winter. Red Star, the wolf, is in the southeast, and his season is summer. A Pawnee hut usually housed 2 families or about 20 people. The roof was of turf, on which you could stand. The 4 pillars inside the hut represented the 4 stars. And the entrance faced the rising sun in the east. A fire was built in the center of the hut, and a smoke hole in the roof allowed smoke to escape. The smoke hole allowed the inhabitants to see the stars directly overhead and the celestial beings to watch over the families. Polaris was considered the main star of the Pawnee. It watched over all the other stars that revolved around it. It was called the star that does not go in circles. The Pawnee tribe had a special relationship to the following stars and constellations. It is the Council of Chiefs, Northern Crown, Big and Little Bear, buckets of these constellations they called stretchers, star cluster Pleiades, star Sirius, Wolf, floating ducks in the constellation Scorpion and Rabbit, Cassiopeia. The arrival of spring was observed in the sky by the appearance of 2 stars called the floating ducks. The Milky Way is called the great path of the departed spirits. On this road the souls of the dead go to the sky and to distant universes, to the world of the dead. Scientists claim that their villages and mounds were located according to the position of the most important stars in the sky. And repeat the pattern on the leather map. In the lowest corner of the village was the sanctuary of a special star, and to the west was another sanctuary of a second important star. The wigwam doors always faced east, toward the rising stars and the sun, and 4 poles, representing the 4 important directions, northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast, were used to support the wigwam. The domed roof of their dwelling symbolized the sky. The sun at noon is compared to an eagle soaring high in the sky. It then sinks below the horizon, just as we plunge into darkness, where we face spiritual challenges and are transformed. The hidden sun is said to be the jaguar, whose spotted pelt symbolizes the stars glittering in the night sky. He lords over the sacred power of the earth and the animals. When the jaguar passes through the gates of the abyss and travels through the void, he becomes known as the black jaguar. In this form, the jaguar carries the knowledge of the ancient power that lies beyond creation, including the ability to renew himself and gain immortality. Jaguar's wisdom includes the ability to see the ways of chaos, move in darkness, and change form. He is the gatekeeper of the unknowable. One of the old Indians once told scientists who were studying the map that there was a circle of blood on the map, and it was no accident. It's where life and humans began. The far edge of the universe, the cradle of our life. So long, time and space travelers.